pass it around.
That's what I was going to do.
Good.
You have shot glasses?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Ooh.
Flower.
It was.
Yeah, I picked up pretty,
Between that and your burp, I mean.
I don't know. Nick's been on fire for the night.
the bird was classy.
Very classy.
So yeah, so don't need to have any dead air around here.
No. Working on it.
Yeah.
It is a lot different not having the headphones and mic in front of you, though.
I was so disappointed today when Nick texted me and he said,
Thanks, man.
He said, don't bring your headphones. I'm like,
I
what?
was gonna say, did you ever find out if those were actually were they actually broke or were
No,
they?
they're not.
No?
I used them today.
Okay.
No, they're good.
No, they're good. I used them today on. I was playing my son in Fortnite.
Okay.
And I used them. And they worked. So it was that mixer or the
Very
extension. So.
Oh, Danielle.
As everyone can see, Nick decided to go all out with the fireball glasses.
Literally.
Well, it's not working.
My question is, did you have any more brandy sherries?
No.
Yeah, that was.
One was enough, huh?
One was enough for my lifetime.
Your lifetime?
Oh, I could have just got you the UV.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
So you want to just say this and get that?
Oh, my buddy James has texted me. He said, how to turn your phone into a rotary phone.
Oh,
Is it a
jeez.
thing?
Kevin, that's your new project.
There's an app for everything, huh?
That's true.
That is your new
There it
project.
is. I remember when cell phones first were coming out, and we always like try to use the screen for like a flashlight. I just remember moving there. I'm like, what? It wouldn't be a great idea to have like a side button, and then have like one of those.
So you're saying you came up with the idea of a flash on a phone before anyone else?
Unrealized.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Unrealized.
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes, unrealized.
Okay.
And
And he's getting no money for it
Yes.
at all.
at all. And I'm like, there's never a way to do like those side button things you do, and they have like the LED light that shine through. And then shortly later, an app came out. I was like,
You know what?
They weren't quick enough.
unrealized.
Well, that reminds me of there was a couple times where Nick's come up with an idea. The one that sticks out in my mind the most was
Stop.
Nick gave me the one day. He's like, dude, listen, best idea ever. He's like an insert that you put into the freezer before you go to bed. You slide it in your pillowcase, and it keeps your head nice and cool all night.
That makes sense.
I was like, oh, you mean kind of like the chili pillow? He's like, that's what I'll call it, the chili pillow. And I'm like, no, you mean like that you're just taking the idea of the chili pillow. He's like, no, doesn't exist. I'm like, yeah, actually. So I pulled it out of my phone like that, just like that. He's like, God damn it.
I came up with that idea. I have other ideas too that I'm not going to share, unlike my phone number apparently. But
Yeah, everybody knows your phone number now.
right, seriously.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Like he like lowers his voice. What was it again? Like
734.
right. He almost caught me again too, and I was like, "Fuck." The thing is Kevin did not craft that. You know, Kevin was just genuinely trying to do it.
Right.
Try to bring it to your Wi-Fi.
Corey would have tried to do it purposely. Like, no, say it again. If you guys have one, and for the lack of equipment and professionalism we have tonight, please do one with us and try to help us keep this going.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You ever notice when we do shots, we always do it over the most expensive
Yeah,
equipment? Woo! Thank you, Mr. Selesky. Yeah. But speaking of things that like being ahead of their time, my grandpa, like way back, like in the 70s, might even like early 70s, from what I'm told, had put together, like he used to build things all the time, and he was a big like outdoorsman kind of thing, and he apparently fashioned like this wooden birdhouse with a Polaroid camera in it, and hooked up a trip line and ran it around a certain area, that when game would put bait out, when game would come by, it would pull it and snap a picture.
Oh, really?
And he's
The game-
we still have some of those pictures.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
Pretty,
I'm like,
pretty good invention.
geez.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
Needless to say, we're not getting any royalties from that. Unfortunately.
Grandfather invented the first game cam.
Yeah.
He really did. I think he did.
Well,
You know how
he
many
just took
things
that
he
idea
could've-
from his buddy.
What you know the time
damn
frame of
it.
that though? Like the years of that though?
See, it runs in my family, that great ideas and sharing them with their friends. But the chili pillow, I was just a little late on.
Yeah, you go with
But he was probably having a couple Budweisers one night and was like, so you know what I made?
right. Tell
Do you have
everybody
like a
about
time
it.
frame of when he did that though? Like the 60s, 40s,
No, it was like the 70s.
70s? Okay.
To my knowledge, it was the 70s.
Was he in Vietnam or anything like that? Or
It was World War II.
World War II? Because originally comes right to mind is trip lines for explosives.
Right,
So
That's probably where I got the
where he got
idea.
the idea from.
right.
Makes
Absolutely.
sense.
No.
Ooh, excuse me.
So I don't know if there's any more housekeeping. I don't even have my book here. It's at Bob's.
In Bob's to quarantine tuberculosis basement.
So, how do you keep your book updated on a daily basis of what you need to speak about?
I know, it's just during the cast. No.
So-
Go ahead.
So speaking of which, I actually transcribed all my notes from my little notebook over to this new notebook I got.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
But last night
I witnessed.
I did figure out on the new movie editing software I have how to put in drops and sound effects in the middle of the video.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. So now that's what I'm just taking note on, like when we did the shots or whatever. They actually have like a little clip of shot glasses clinking that I can inlay into the video. So when we go back and watch it on YouTube, it'll actually have that during
Every
it.
time they cheers, it sounds exactly the same.
Now, isn't that what Bob was doing editing, or is that something you're gonna do too? You gotta pick up editing.
No,
as
he
well?
just does the audio editing.
At the very beginning of because he adds the music at the beginning and ending.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I figured out
how to drop into the sound clips.
There's a lot I figured out how to do yesterday with the sound and the video. So hopefully it'll amp the videos up just a little bit more.
That's
awesome.
Highly more entertaining.
A little bit.
You know,
Little bit,
like
so
when they do like call-ins on the radio, they've got the actual live telephone call.
Oh, and then that was another-
that's all that.
That was another thing when I told Nick and Bob last night that Nick's like, we need to figure out a way to do live, and I would only assume that would have to be something to do with getting a bigger mixer with more than just the four mic inputs.
Yeah.
Because I would think once Bob or even I could get my computer hooked up to the mixer, that whatever I would play off my computer would just be playing through the mixer.
Oh wow, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
So then just have a soundboard pulled up on the computer and just be able to play stuff off of it.
So we were considering that if we were to fall into some money or put our money together, the next purchase would be some kind of either camera or software on how to switch back and forth during the Facebook Live.
Oh, okay.
Almost like they
Yeah.
do on Drew and Mike.
With the software that Bob just bought, though, I would be surprised that he can do something like that.
Well, he's the one that brought it up, so I don't know, what did he just buy?
Well, he upgraded his computer.
He upgraded his computer.
and I think he did an upgrade on the software too. I thought.
No, he started using a different, because there on his old computer, it was his old work computer that they just basically never asked for back, and Bob didn't offer it back.
See what happened was.
I'm pretty sure they're not.
Not this past job.
Oh,
The job. No, yeah.
Bob had told a story about he's like everyone at work.
Not. So anyone from this past job that Bob just had, it's not that job. It was the job
Sons
prior.
of bitches.
Yeah, no, it was the job prior.
It's 2 jobs prior, okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he just basically, they never asked for it back, so he just kept it. But the only problem with that being is, anytime there was an update for something, he couldn't update it because he didn't have an admin password.
Oh yeah.
So it basically
Windows 95.
it was a Mac.
Oh okay.
So he couldn't add any apps to it or anything.
Oh god, yeah.
So once he got his own new one, he was able to add GarageBand and all that, and new software. So apparently he says he likes the new software and it's working well for the audio editing. So
okay. So they get the updates to the software basically.
yeah.
Okay.
And he's actually able to control it on his own because he doesn't need that admin password for the computer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. We talked about camera angles and things like that before. and we actually saw on Drew and Mike that they had, what did they use? Like they had like old cell phones or something, Cory?
Yeah, it looks like they had just old phones attached to, just like zip tied to stuff around the studio.
Instead of going out buying cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean,
Now, was that for live though, or was that just strictly for recording? For like, you put it all together and then you send it off as a package deal?
we've had debates about that because I personally feel that it's not necessarily live.
I don't think so.
That it's done in studio and they release it right after they finish the episode.
And you merge all the camera angles together.
Nick
Yeah.
says that it's live just like we do Facebook Live.
Yeah, because there's people talking and they're talking back and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they can have that and be recording.
Well, yeah, they can be recording, but it's still Facebook Live, so unless they figured out some way.
Not necessarily. I bet there's a way where you can do a live record. You can record something,
I'm sure
edit
there's,
it, and then present it to Facebook Live as a real event.
well, they used to do that with things like where it would be like a screen capture program or something that would send the screen to the camera, you know.
Okay.
So and it would say
Yeah.
live, but we knew it wasn't, you know. Like they had those stupid Christmas countdown things where it says live and it'll say, you know, it's sitting there, but
you know damn well it's not live.
right,
At 3 a.m.
like some kind of cartoon or something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Anyhow, so we don't have Danielle's word box.
No. No
Alright.
no shelves around here with Bob's name on them.
No, we're not Bob's. I don't think Bob's shelf has Bob's name on it. It's got stuff from Bob on it.
Yeah. So what's new with you, Nick? Anything?
Nothing. I'm on vacation.
You know, vacation, huh? For how many days?
12.
12 days. So 12 days in Nicholas.
That's
Again.
Yeah.
Do you always
Second
take your
time- second time
vacation
this
in 12 days?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious because I was like,
It's-
I feel like you take 12 days off
It's the
all the time.
It's the 12 days of Nickmas. Is the way I like to call it, but some people get upset about it. So.
But I thought that was just at your birthday, or no?
Well, that's
Well,
the
that's a
official.
that's a whole month, though.
No, that's the official 12 days of Nickmas.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
yeah, but no, it's
12 days stretch into a month, yeah.
every 6 months I take 12 days.
Okay.
I do.
Stressful life you live.
Hey, whatever works.
That's right.
You do you.
Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Any new news? Anybody got new news? Cory, we're gonna have you open that notebook here.
Open the notebook.
Yeah. We need
For
some,
topics.
yeah, some content.
Well, let's see here. There was actually some stuff that I've had in there for quite some time. You weren't. There were a couple things you weren't there though for. Were you at Kelly's birthday?
No. So why can't you tell it?
Well, we can't. There was a couple things that.
It's just him.
Because I
so
actually
it wasn't involving me throwing up all over the place?
No, it was someone
Why'd
else.
you have to think?
Apparently you've thrown up a lot
You
with
were
him.
there. No, one time.
That tends to happen.
I just didn't come back for 10 years.
That's. You can avoid my house for quite some time after that. So okay, well here's one for you. This is years ago, but my youngest sister Keegan, I was downstairs getting ready for work the one day, and all of a sudden she just started screaming bloody murder upstairs. Like, help! Help, Cory, help! I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh, and we had an older dog at the time that we had adopted from the neighbors because they were moving on town.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother long story, but I'm like,
Uh-huh.
uh-oh. Spot done kicked the bucket. Like, that's what I'm thinking she just witnessed, like, it was the dog just keeling over, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go upstairs and deal with this. I'm like, oh, no. So I turned the corner. Mind you, I just gotten out of the shower, so I just had underwear on. So I turn the corner, and I look up the stairs, and I just see this orange glow in the stairwell.
What did she do to her hair?
And I'm like, oh, no. So I go running upstairs, I look in the kitchen, and on the kitchen there's a big old pot with flames just shooting out. I mean, literally going up past the microwave, hitting the
nice.
ceiling. And the one thing that I'll never forget, because I went down to Georgia to the ATF Academy.
Okay.
As
and,
you do.
As one does. And they did a bunch of these different demonstrations, and one of them was like what's called flashover in a room.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started this little electrical fire in the corner. This little chair caught on fire, and next thing you know, it starts in the ceiling, and it starts curling over.
Exactly.
And the guy said, he's like, once you start seeing that curl, he's like, any second now, that's when flashover is going to occur.
Yeah.
And sure enough, within a matter of maybe 2.5 seconds, the flames just shot down to the floor and took all the rest of the oxygen out of the room.
They shot to the floor?
Yeah, so it starts curling the ceiling, and it goes to where more oxygen is, which is
right.
lower.
I know about that too, because we had gone to some kind of training about it too. But this was in your kitchen?
Yes, this was in the kitchen, and I see the flames hitting the ceiling, and I see them curling, and I'm like, oh boy.
Was it like actually burning the ceiling?
Oh yeah.
Well, for sure.
So I'm like, oh, so I run over, grab the pot. My other sister, Kelly, hadn't come out of the shower at this point. She just has a towel around. She's
hold on. You just got out of the shower.
No, that was, we have a basement bathroom and an upstairs bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Callie had gotten out of the shower. Cory was in his underwear. It's a great story.
Keegan was cooking Rice Krispie treats. They're attempting to.
I'm glad your sisters are both not watching right now.
Right. Did we have, was this an integral part of the story that we need to know?
Yes, it's
Or
about
was it just a Nick story?
No, it's about
It's a mildewy day.
When we passed the Chase the other day, when we came here the other night, I said, now the Chase is on the right. So,
and you'll have to watch the other episodes to really catch what they're talking about too.
I'm glad we actually have someone here that knows exactly what we're talking about. Everyone else would be like, I don't understand. Which is good. That you don't have to listen now.
So I go over, I grab the pot off the stove, and I go to the side door, which Kelly had already started heading over to the side door. But it was like she was holding her towel by her hands. So we open the door, and she's like, I'm like, this is not the time to worry about what's going to be seen. Just, you need to open the door, because there's still flames shooting out of this pot.
What was on the pot? Just, you said the sugar, the Rice Krispies?
No, so...
It's just the three of you at home, right? Yes.
Yes. So Kelly...
Just take it off.
Kelly just tries to, like, open the door, and I start coming towards her with the pot. And
I need that towel.
In your underwear sheets?
Well, finally, she stepped on part of the towel or something. When she went to go open the door, the towel falls off. I was coming by with the pot with flames shooting out of it, so she actually had to step outside because I was going to toss the pot out there. So she steps outside butt naked in our driveway. I just chucked the pot out.
Of flames.
Not thinking that... Now, these were pots that my dad had bought my mom, and there was a whole other long story that he did not want to get her pots and pans for Christmas. He's like, that's like buying your wife a vacuum for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here you go, sweetie.
Yeah.
Right.
So he insisted he was not going to, but he found, my mom's like, that's what I want. Please get that from me. I'm not going to take offense to it. That's something I want.
Yeah.
So he ended up getting for her. It was on this real expensive emerald Legacy set.
Of course they are.
And at this point, my dad had already passed, so these pots really mean a lot to her.
Valuable, yeah.
So when I chucked it outside, I'm like, oh,
Pink, pink, pink.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, but the fire went out. Like, I'm kind of in my head, I'm like,
When you have to burn the house down.
But now the pot. So I go over, I pick up the pot, and then obviously the inside of it all.
You know what else your dad bought? The house.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
So the inside's all burned out, and I'm like, oh man, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, actually, it's in pretty good condition. And yes, at this point, I'm standing outside my underwear.
Well, what time of year is this? Wintertime, summer?
No, it was summertime.
Oh, okay.
And luckily, it was summertime.
Yeah.
Oh, there, honey, there's the Seleskis again.
Tossing fiery pots into the driveway.
Threw some fiery pot out, the girl's naked, he's in his underwear.
Just a normal Tuesday. So, I still said I was getting ready to go to work anyway, so I'm like, I was telling my sisters, I'm like, well, clearly, we gotta tell our mom, like, that we almost, not we, but Keegan almost burned the house down. Keegan's like, no, please no. She's like, I'll take care of it. I'm looking in the kitchen, I'm like, there's soot and everything on the microwave, all the way up the ceiling. I'm like, I look at the pot, I'm like, I don't know if you could scrub all this out of here. I'm like, I don't know if it's possible.
Right.
So I'm like, listen, I'm going to work. I'm like, if I get a call from mom about something that she feels that something was up or something happened, I'm going to tell her. I'm like, if I don't get a call and you're able to cover it up before she gets home, then okay, I'm not going to say anything. Keegan surprisingly was able to, all this soot and everything, she was able to take care of.
She knew where the paint was. That's the best way.
She scrubbed it all off the ceiling with soap and everything, cleaned the pot out.
Well, you're freaking lucky that shit didn't flash
no,
over.
no, just wait.
Oh, no, that right. But so, put everything away. She was air freshener and had all the windows open in the house.
Wow.
I'm gonna say anything for about 2 weeks.
2
Finally,
weeks.
finally one day, I can't remember if she called me or when I saw her, she's like, hey, something happened the other day? I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, there's a nick in my emerald goblin pot. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. And she pulls it out, and I'm like, where? Dude, there was the tiniest of a little scratch in the bottom of it.
Wow.
She goes, I know I didn't do this. I'm like, I don't know who did. She's like, you know your dad bought these phone.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm aware. She's like, why is there a scratch in it?
Immediately blaming you.
I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, you might want to talk to Keegan. And that's when she discovered that the house almost burned down. All from the tiny little scratch in the pot that we didn't see.
So you guys told her after that?
Oh yeah.
She's probably, and the big scheme of things, she's like, oh well, okay.
The house can burn down.
Yeah.
And Keegan was making Rice Krispie treats.
Yes, and so to this day she still denies it, but I know exactly what happened. She put the whole stick of butter in there. She left it for too long. It started smoking.
Mm-hmm. Burned out.
Not knowing a grease fire, she grabbed a cup of water.
Oh yeah.
To put water in there to kill it.
Yeah.
Which obviously we all, well, I hope we all know.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Water and grease don't mix.
No.
Baking powder.
Because there's no way that fire started that quick just from the butter
Yeah.
starting to overcook.
Yeah. And what I was saying is, you're lucky that shit didn't flash over with your hands, with your carrying the pot.
Oh, dude.
And what the hell were you holding? Did you grab?
I just grabbed the sides of it.
Jesus, your hands didn't get burned?
No, because the pot, it's not, the handles weren't hot. I mean, the pot itself was, but.
You're fucking lucky. You're real lucky. Shit.
So yeah, that was the old Dave Selesky home almost burned down.
Wow. That's. Wow.
Where's the extinguisher?
Do you have one?
There was none in the house.
Oh, you do.
None in the house. Imagine there was after that, huh?
Come on, Kevin. Nope, still not.
With extinguishers, Kevin? Come on.
No, we used to have the smoke alarms. Those have since come down too, since all the batteries have died.
They've come down.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
These look horrible here.
No time for that.
Wow. Wow, that's a pretty good story there.
Yeah, I'm sure if Keegan hears that, she's gonna be a little upset. But
Yeah, well.
Keegan doesn't like to cook to this day, though.
Well.
I kind of understand.
Understandable, yeah.
Oh no, and it's not because
Of that?
she had a traumatic experience. It's because she sucks at it.
Oh, that's proving it right there.
She tried to make an Easy Mac the one day. Forgot to put water in there.
What?
Next thing you know, I'm like, what the hell's that smell?
She just stuck it in the
It
microwave
was
without
just
water?
burning dry noodles in the microwave.
Wow.
I say my one brother isn't much better. He almost set our house on fire making, they used to have, I don't know if they still make those like microwavable like hot dogs with buns, like the little mini ones.
Oh, I do remember those.
Yeah, he threw one
They
in
had
the
a little,
microwave.
They had a little crisping package on the outside of it.
So you were supposed to throw it in for like 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure he put it on for like 3 minutes or something, and it started like charcoaling in the
Charcoal.
Oh my
microwave,
Wow.
set the alarms off. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So when I was in high school, and like most guys, I don't know if maybe you two are not like this, but I like to play with fire. So in high school,
Great.
whatever, Nick. He's ready another coffee that.
No. Just because I feel like there was a sound effect I saw yesterday that we can put in for your
for sure.
your pyromania.
So, like most people, their gun cabinets were open to whoever. They're not locked.
Whose gun cabinets?
Well,
Whoever's I encountered.
No, I thought you were like
Came
at
across.
the high school. I'm like,
No. You're not, no, when I was in high school. No, when I was in my dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah. No, my dad's gun cabinet was always unlocked, and I always wanted to see what different things would
As one
burn.
does.
Well, it does. And different things explode and burn. And this is the '90s, so it wasn't such a big
It was a
deal.
simpler time.
Exactly. So I always like slowly took parts of my dad's black powder without noticing it, which I didn't think he'd notice. And I just tried different experiments with what would.
Was this the 1890s?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, I had a muzzle. I had a couple muzzle loaders. In fact,
Oh,
I've
good.
got one
As
right now.
you do in 1990.
Hey, if you're a real hunter, you would.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we snuck different parts of black powder and stuff. And I remember I was on spring vacation, and I think I was a sophomore in high school this year. And I was out back behind our chicken coop.
Oh God!
He starts
Kevin,
choking.
please tell more stories. I can't wait.
I waited for him to do that just so I could say that.
So,
but yeah, I was back there behind the chicken coop. And,
ran out of black powder.
Well,
so
no,
went
I
behind the chicken coop.
Well,
to
what
expose-
happened I just like to blow shit up.
Yeah.
And just one does. So I had a.
Just as one
I had
does.
a exactly. So I had a couple about 3-inch cup or so, and I took more black powder than I normally would have.
First mistake.
Than I should have, really.
First mistake.
And I did the little trails and stuff and lit it and saw it like slowly do the trail burn and stuff. And you know, I'm like thinking to myself, like, yeah, I really want to see this thing blow up. I want to see this thing blow up.
Did you paint a picture of a tunnel on the side of a cliff too?
No. So what I did was, of course, genius. I lit the match and stuff, and I threw it in it. But I wasn't that bright that time. I wanted to visibly see this shit blow up.
That time?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, jeez.
So I wanted to see this stuff blow up. So when I threw the match into it, what did I do?
Put your face over it?
Of course. And of course, instant flash. Blew up. My whole face speckled with freaking black powder spots all over the damn face. And I'm running up to the house and stuff, and my sister's home, but I don't tell her anything. That's whatever.
Did she notice you didn't have eyebrows?
No, that's another story though. Yeah.
Alright.
No, so I got half my face all washed up, and so this speckles all over my face and stuff. And my dad and my parents came home later that day, and my big Steve, I called my best friend like at the time I had to let him know. He's like, dude, look, what just happened, man? I blew half my face up, and so what I told him is I told my parents that I fell into one of the pricker bushes. We had a bunch of rose gardens and pricker bushes and stuff all across the house. So I told my parents I fell into a pricker bush. That's what did all the marks on my face. And they didn't say nothing more than that until,
Well, because they knew you had those.
well, exactly, until the day of graduation 2 years later. My best friend put it in like, part of your graduation too, so you remember when's. And my best friend put it in there with one of them. Like, remember when Kevin blew his face up and told his parents he fell into a pricker bush?
Oh, that's one way to get caught.
Yeah. Of course, you're in graduation. I graduated and turned 18 on the same day, so I had a lot going on for me. So my parents never said anything or were never mad at me about it.
Kevin Jebediah Cromwell.
But
I looked through your yearbook today. And
But-
you know what I saw?
yeah. But yeah, that's good when you get called out by your best friend on graduation.
There's always that one friend.
Yeah. So that,
I like the pricker bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? That was the...
Well, yeah, but, that's my best thing to ration out. Like, I fell into a pricker bush. That's the only thing I can think of that make those marks on my face.
Not fire.
Whatever works.
I feel like fire marks would be way different than pricker bush
Probably
marks,
so.
but
And my dad probably noticed his black powder container going lower and lower, I'd imagine, because he didn't buy it on a regular basis.
Speaking of fire,
What is with the Selesky family?
just turned it on.
As Cory turned the stove on.
This was a really good week, so we're just going to go out with a bang.
that's right.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Cup downstairs.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I got up for nothing then.
Yeah,
Well,
but
then you're going to go down there for how long? And then I have to go down anyhow.
What's that?
you got a peanut cup?
I'm gonna pee in a yes. I'm gonna pee in a cup while we're sitting here at the table.
That's the bathroom trigger on the corner.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of many stories.
Any good fire stories?
Fire stories?
I remember taking my mom's hairspray.
Oh yeah.
Alex
tried
set our
that.
kitchen on fire once.
Like actually on fire?
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know if he was trying to cook something on the stove. I don't know if my mom's still in here or not. But there was, no, she knows. There was like a can of something, obviously flammable, near the stove.
Let me
And it ended up.
little corner
the
paper towels for you
flame-
for old time's sake.
The flame caught the can of
The hell?
some kind of, I don't remember what kind of
Aerosol
spray
or
it
something?
was. Yeah, it was like some kind of aerosol spray. I don't know if it was bug spray or what it was. It was close to the stove. And it started an electrical, or like an electrical like grease fire. I don't know what the hell happened.
Okay.
I don't know. It burned like the whole like wood by our
Oh, wow.
stove. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what he was trying to do. Because he wasn't that old. I don't know why he was in the stove in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did anything in the house. All of my stuff was outside.
I never lit anything on fire.
No, not in the house. I never did.
You never played with? Well, I never did it in the house. I did it on outside.
I always played fire
spray,
outside,
like
but
spray paint
not like
cans and aerosol cans and different sorts.
No, that always terrified me.
I'm
Really?
also a girl though, so I don't feel like
Yeah.
I played with fire.
To try to see what different things like PVC pipe bombs or
No.
versus metal pipe bombs
No.
and different things like that, just
No.
to see what would
No.
work and
Nope.
No bombs.
yeah.
It happens. No, but we always played with, gas and things like that. But
I never played with propane tanks. I knew better than that.
no, neither did I. But you made pipe bombs.
So out of
Right?
black powder never worked. Out of black powder, not the little bit that I was using. So,
Okay,
minor details.
it's time for me to get a beer.
What are you just up for, too?
Get Cory a cup.
I know.
So Danielle, we gotta have a story from you.
I know. I'm thinking
A
like
story from
like,
me.
did
I
you-
don't set things on fire.
Well, did you do like I don't know rockets or anything like that, or like
No.
send Barbies up into space or
No.
nothing?
Mm-mm. No, I was a good kid.
Of course you were.
I was an angel.
No, yeah. I used to do those rockets all the time. That was a lot of fun.
What
No.
a rock- Like what?
Like the model rockets.
Oh,
with the engines and stuff.
Mhm.
Light off the rockets and stuff. I had my grandfather who lived 2 houses up had a big fields and stuff for the animals, so I did that in there, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Yeah, shot him at my uncle's house a couple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom said my brother was getting a snack out of the cupboard.
And how do you get a fire from getting a snack out of a cupboard?
I think he was like climbing
And
up
hit
the
the gas
cupboard
line?
and started
Just like you
just
just did?
Cory walked by
Yeah,
and hit it.
his ass hit it,
Kind
yeah.
of the same thing. I knew he was little. I was like, I didn't think he was trying to actually
Cook, yeah.
use the stove, and it just happened. The one he lit caught like the can of
Wow.
whatever it was,
Wow. Yeah.
and it just like shot. It was so fast.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that stuff. Of course, I had a gas stove growing up too. I just never really. I knew better than to play with it.
Yeah, no, he was just climbing on the counter.
Yeah. I didn't really want to deal with the belt.
Yeah. You know, a long time to get a beer out there, Nick.
Yeah, sure
You
it
get
was.
lost?
No.
Yeah, that makes sense there.
What's that?
My brother started the fire climbing up on the counter to get a snack.
and,
That's what my mom said.
and the fact that she's still listening,
I know.
that's some commitment by her.
How did that happen?
He
That's
was,
what we
because
said.
he was little, kind of like how Cory walked by and caught
Yes.
it. It was basically, he was climbing up, I think his like foot or something
Yeah.
caught it.
I'm sure it's talking about.
What's even worse is when the pilot light goes out and you don't even know it.
Right.
I've actually. Yeah, no, I actually like distinctly like several times when I used to live with my mom would come home a couple times, and the second I'd walk in the door I'd be like, gas is on, and I'd go right to the stove and both burners would be like this,
Oh. Oh
That's
Jesus. Yeah.
and it would be like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning.
Oh Jesus.
So I know that
Oh.
she's been a bit asleep since,
Yeah.
so thank
Right.
God the house is not airtight, and it's got poor insulation because
And
but-
no open flames.
several times she would do that.
God.
A couple times I went up there and I busted her bedroom door open. Mom! Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, you left the fucking stove on, Mom. Oh, just turn it off. Go to bed. Good night. I'm like, honey, bed? I'm like, you could be laying here dead.
Right.
She's like, okay, that's fine. Thank you. Good night. I'm like, I live here too. I'm
I
concerned
don't want to die.
several times. But I have a super, super awesome sense of smell.
That's good.
And the second I would come in, I'd always notice it. My grandma's house. I dropped off, like around the holidays, in the spring. There's some lilac bush in my backyard.
There's holidays around the spring.
Yeah. There's a lilac bush
Easter.
in my backyard, spring, late, early summer, and it'll bloom. And my dad, and my aunt, my grandma, and all of them, they're like, oh, we used to have these growing up, so we love them. You know, they smell so good. You know, so for like Mother's Day, holiday, I picked up this bushel of them and I brought them down to my grandma's house. And I left them on her front porch. So I went over to the side of her house to put water like in a bucket, so I could put these things in there because she was gone. And all of a sudden it hit me. There's like one of those little vent things on the side of the house, and I just smelled natural gas.
Oh, Jesus. And she
I'm
said
like,
she was gone?
What? Yeah, she wasn't home. And she's 94. So I'm like, so I texted my dad. I'm like, hey, look, this is supposed to be a surprise, but I smell natural gas over by the hose. He's like, I'll look in there. Okay. I'm like,
Did
Dad,
you not vacated the house?
to her house, no. So my dad comes home and I'm like, he's like, oh, everyone loves the flowers. Thank you so much. And I'm like, gas? Question mark. He's like, doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm like, okay. And like a week later, he's like, yeah, there's some handyman at Grandma's house because there's a gas leak. I'm like, I told you. He's like, yep, you were right. I'm like, well, thank God she didn't die in that week.
Right. From carbon
Seriously.
monoxide.
Right. She doesn't smoke or anything, so thank God she can go light a candle or.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I love talking to different people that are on home oxygen, but man, they can't miss that cigarette though.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, like a walking firebomb.
You really are. Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere near you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's problems like that at hospitals all the time. You know, with people wanting to sneak cigarettes.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and the oxygen's running through the walls and
Yes,
everything. It's
all
like, dude,
over
you're
the place.
fucking insane.
Yes. It's not just gonna put yourself in danger, put everybody around you in danger. Good Lord.
Cory, are you doing a dissertation or what's going on over there, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
We're Schnozzcast Schnozzcaster number 3. Gotcha. We're talking about Bob.
Number 3 is in Maryland right now. He is
Quarantined there. I mean, they had an outbreak.
no, he was quarantined. We thought he was quarantined in the basement, but it turns out he's just in Maryland.
Yeah.
He's in Maryland visiting Susan Candela. Out painting the town, I'm assuming.
He was on there.
Yeah,
Is
we're both
he still on
I
there?
don't really know what they do, but it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than Michigan. Eating crab,
That probably so.
sailing boats.
Is she right on the water?
Well, she's got to be. She's in Maryland.
Not necessarily.
That's my knowledge of Maryland.
Okay.
So, water, crabs.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Okay.
End of story.
Right.
Good enough.
She's not like on a farm in Maryland. Oh no, inland Maryland. 50 miles inland, and we've got a dairy farm.
Hey, my mom's at Daytona Beach and she has a farm. She actually has a nice aerial view of her house and her farm, and you can actually see the ocean, Atlantic Ocean ocean line in the same picture. It's kind of cool. She's about 10 miles from the ocean.
Hey, you want to pass me Cory's notebook over there since he's apparently designing a website. Let's see here. Oh God. Joe finds vape pen at JP's.
Okay, yeah, we can do that one. So,
I don't know anything about any of this. So it's gonna be on you.
so the one me, Bob, and Joe were at JP's, and it was just before closing, and Bob was playing the poker machine. Joe and I were sitting there watching him, and Regina comes over and asks us. She's like, "Oh, is this one of you guys' vape pens?" And I'm like, no. Well, Joe, of course, not being fearful of anything. He's like, oh, I'll take it though. I'm like, that's gross, but okay.
Right. It's like, oh, someone left their underwear? Sure.
So-
I'll try them on.
So he starts hitting it right there.
What? Without cleaning it up and
And we're like, all right, man, whatever you want to do. So about 5 minutes after that, Bob and I are like, man, where the hell's Joe? Nowhere to be found. Checked the bathroom, checked outside, car's gone.
Car's gone.
Oh yeah. So we talked to him the next day.
Was it a car at the time?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't some sort of van or shoe-looking vehicle.
It was an actual car. So he's like, guys, he's like, that wasn't just a vape pen. He's like, that was THC oil. He's like,
And you can vape that stuff?
yeah.
Evidently.
So
That's funny.
he's like, yeah, I had to go. He's like, you guys weren't like, you guys were just like kind of spinning in air.
Oh my god.
After 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, why didn't you ask us? Like, we would have drove you.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, I should have, but I wasn't thinking straight. He's like, I was driving home. He's like, and I just see the lines going by me, going.
That's funny.
He's like, look down the speedometer. He's gone doing 70. I'm like, oh Jesus. So of course, then the rest of the time we told Regina about it, and I don't know what he did with the vape. I would hope he threw it out after that.
Oh no, he kept
Later that,
it. He kept it
smoke
at
some
home.
more.
He kept it at home. He's saving it for later.
So what's the? I'm not into weed or anything like that. So what is the difference between actually smoking weed or just that?
It's just the oil.
The
From it.
oil front. Oh, it's like non-addictive, and it's.
Is actual weed addictive?
I mean, I would say no.
I think this is a hard group to talk about this.
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Like,
I don't think anybody here really is
No.
weed savvy.
Exactly.
All right, so all our viewers out there,
Where's Bob when we need him?
Exactly.
the one time we need someone to chime in on marijuana, or the old electric lettuce, there's nobody there.
Crickets here.
Danielle's mom. Oh boy. I knew there'd be a certain point I'd stop watching.
And that's the best response you could have from her.
Now heroin, on the other hand, you guys want to talk about that?
Oh man, that's crazy though. He just picks up a random.
Yeah, it was
and
really
just
disgusting,
starts-
to be honest with you.
Right. I mean, think about
What
all
are
the.
weird things?
I mean, all the different
Well,
people
we
that
do
could
that.
belong to. Nancy.
What was his response?
We didn't have Nancy back then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, Nancy was still around.
Well, she was around,
Well, yeah.
but not at JP's.
What was Joe's response when you gave him that? Didn't you have to make that cat memorial thing for him or something?
I was not part of that.
I thought you were talking about making like a
And by the way, Nancy was born in the Pleistocene, I think.
I knew she was around, it wasn't at
No.
JP's.
I thought you guys made like a glass thing had hologram things of his little cat. I thought you guys had made that for him.
I know,
you
what
got
you
this.
were speaking of.
That was on one of the episodes that y'all talked about.
That we.
I said, no, I don't want you.
Oh, it doesn't want it now. When I tell you it tastes like burnt wires, then you want to go right for it. Like the coil burned out, and we're sitting there, and we're at Ray's,
Mhm.
and I'm like, he's like, oh, what flavor? And he's either hit or miss. Like he used to be like, oh yeah. But ever since I got the key lime, then he's like, it's more like hookah, so he's like willing to try it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And so every now and then he'll be like, and he'll never turn it down. So
Uh-huh.
for folks that don't know, there's a number system on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And the higher the number is, the more of the juice it gives you.
More
Right.
concentration.
So you get a harder hit. Now I'm only on 3 milligrams of nicotine on this, so it's like the lowest you can go, other than just going cold turkey, nothing. But so he'll turn it down all the way, and then he'll do it a couple times, and then like a couple times, like he'll get like a sparkle in his eye, and I do it at about like 35 to 40. Cory does it at like 19 to 20, 21, 22. And I'll look down and he'll light it up and it'll be like at 78. And I'm like, what are you doing? You just fucking gagged your life out. And he'll try it, and then of course he'll keel over and start coughing and everything, and then he'll hand it back with like a smile on his face. So the one day I was doing it, and all of a sudden something just changed. It went from like, ooh, wonderful sour green apple, to just like smell of burnt wires in the kitchen, like as if you just lit this whole thing on fire, while you were cooking or something. And I'm like, oh my god. Corey's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I think the coil went bad. I'm like, it has these little coils in there, and from what I've told, when the coil goes bad, it has a bad taste. And he's like, oh, what do you mean? How do you know? And I'm like, well, it tastes like burning wires. Like I just inhaled burning wires. I've tried to clear it a couple times, but he's like, oh God, that's disgusting. I said, yeah. And he goes, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh God, yep, burning wires. I'm like, why did you do that?
He didn't believe it, man.
Oh God, this is disgusting taste.
I know, I just told you.
Just double check.
Was it lying to you about it?
Yeah, you were right.
So is that what it was? The coils went bad, or?
Yeah. You can change. I think they're like $10. Or
oh,
something.
okay. So it's not the actual unit then.
No. You can swap them
It's
out.
all interchangeable. Okay.
Every now and then they get fucked up.
Didn't believe him, huh?
I had to try myself.
Yeah. Well, next time he says that, maybe you might believe him.
Probably not.
Oh wow.
Any other topics, Cory? Does anybody have a pick of the week? God, you are asking a lot of us tonight.
I know, right?
You really
I know, right?
Bob is usually doing all of this.
I know. Well, I mean, I got the call like 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight to come out, and because it was raining.
You had your own book that you purchased.
I did. It's actually
We actually had to cut some of the episode. We actually had to have you wrap it up because you had an unlimited amount of.
Oh, I've got so many damn stories. I haven't even touched on any of my Army stories. Good Lord, Jesus. I tell you what.
Well, if you want to tell one, go ahead, feel free, huh?
Well, I mean, you alluded earlier about my eyebrows.
Burning off.
No, they weren't burned off, but if I'm in the sun too much, half of them turn blonde.
Okay.
Well, I'm naturally,
Blonde.
no.
As we can all tell.
We can tell.
No, but so what happened was, I talked about being a veteran, being in the Army before and stuff, and being in Afghanistan back 03, I think this was the summertime or so, and we're running ops, 18-hour days, 20-hour days, and so, and like most of y'all know, when you're running that many hours, that many days in a row, your ass is getting tired. And we always have to keep a good haircut though. When it don't matter if you're deployed or not, regular Army, we always had to say keep a good haircut. We weren't special forces operators. We can keep drawing long hair, whatever. So my buddy, which us engineers all screw around for every stupid reason. My buddy, he lives out in Minnesota now, but he was giving me a haircut, and what do? I fall asleep during the haircut, which don't fall asleep when your buddy's.
Why are you falling asleep during a haircut?
Because you're freaking running so many hours a day.
Oh yeah.
And you actually have a day off, and you're in the damn heat and stuff outside, and just goes off. And so his equation to that was, here, let's trim half my eyebrows off. So he took the trimmers while I'm falling asleep and trimmed half my eyebrows off, and.
You did both of them or just one?
Oh, both of them.
Okay.
So right. So
but he at least made you eat it.
Oh, absolutely. So I have my eyebrows and stuff. Of course, my NCOs weren't too happy about it at all. So I had to walk around for like a good 2 weeks with sunglasses on all the damn time. and so, but yeah, that was. So now, whenever I'm out in the sun too much, in the summertime, half my eyebrows go blonde, and that's the half that got shaved off.
That's
It was
interesting.
because of that.
It was because of that. Ever since then, yep. It's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I was like, 'cause I don't like my dad has dark hair,
Mhm.
and his turned blonde in the summer from being like out in the sun.
Yeah.
Not half of them, the whole
Nope.
thing.
Yep. Just half of them. They like disappear. They go that blonde and everything is from my buddy AJ. So. Yeah. So don't fall asleep while your friend's giving you haircuts, which
No.
is still a complaint of my wife. When she had my hair today, I fall asleep whenever I get my haircut. I fall asleep.
It's so relaxing.
It kind of is.
Just gonna-
And she's like, if you don't want me to cut you, stay awake.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're
So
like,
you do a head nod, you do a head nod. No.
Yeah, there's been a few of that.
That's why you got the bald spot.
Yeah, maybe. And then she yelled at me again today when I was getting my hair cut. So
I've been there once. I've fallen asleep once before during haircut.
Yeah.
What are you guys, bears?
Apparently.
Oh, someone's touching me.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it happens.
Does anybody have a pick of the week?
There was something I was thinking about on the drive here, and I didn't have a chance to write it down because I was driving.
As one does.
As one does,
Everyone
right?
does.
It was
Yeah.
gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. I bet did they serve liquor at this place?
Driving, yeah, driving from Danielle's house.
No, I'm talking about your pick of the week.
Oh, no, it was a product of some sort.
Yeah.
It'll come to me.
Do you have a pick of the week?
Yeah, so I got a pick of the week. It's not necessarily something that's personally mine, but it's available to anybody that has Amazon Alexa or Echoes. Does anybody?
Alexa was turned on.
Stop. Does anybody around here have one?
I have an Alexa.
Okay.
We have a Google one,
Yeah. Okay.
whatever that is. Yeah.
So,
Google.
Yeah.
do you use yours to like control anything in your house or anything like that?
No, I just use it basically for music right now.
Okay, so mine is hooked up to everything. So yeah, well you guys know, but the Schnozzcast audience,
I'm
The
pretty sure they know too because of the.
three people in the room.
Well, I'm pretty sure they know too because of all the stuff that Cory had ordered or tried to order and was
Oh, that's, I don't know if they know about that.
on the Schnozzcast.
We'll talk about that next.
That was on the Schnozzcast a couple episodes.
So all my stuff's controlled. I'm trying to get the house to be a completely smart house.
So hackers can take it over.
Right. But
You keep on changing my lights.
all right. Stop making them blue. But so I got the alarm system that's hooked up to Alexa, the lights that are hooked up to it, the thermostat, all that good stuff. So there was just an update in the Amazon Echo app, and now it's like called like Amazon Protect or something like that. And if you have your stuff hooked up to Alexa, or if you don't have it hooked up, you can't necessarily take full advantage of it. But basically, this is what it does. So when you give it a command that you're like leaving or coming home, it can give the option to protect your house. So all of a sudden it goes into listen mode, and it specifically listens to a couple range of noises. One is a smoke detector, 2 is a carbon monoxide detector, 3 is glass breakage.
That's
And
nice.
if it hears any of those things while you're away, it sends notifications to your phone. We just heard glass breakage at your house, whatever it may be. And then when you say your home word, whatever, when you come home, it disables that. So,
That's pretty nice.
yeah, I mean, it's all integrated. You can pick and choose which part of that you want. If you don't want the glass breakage one, but you want like the smoke alarm one on. Because I literally thought about that last week, but I didn't invent it. No. I thought about it last week. I was like, dude, I don't have any. What the fuck, man? What are my smoke detectors going to do for me if I'm not home? My house could be burned to the ground by the time I come pulling the driveway. It not going to do anything.
That's what you make your neighbors friends for.
Yeah, I guess. But so this is awesome. And then it also has like a vacation or away mode where it learns your behaviors and it senses with the time of day. So if you turn that mode on, it strategically turns lights on and off in the different rooms, and at nighttime, it's not going to go fucking all night long. But it does what a normal person would do.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Corey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What might that be?
How to set a noise in here to.
So
Little glass breaking
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, exactly.
So Kevin and I propped a vase over Nick's. It's set to a timer. When the egg timer finally reaches the top, it knocks the glass off of the windowsill onto the ground, sends notifications to his phone. Hopefully he cuts his foot when he gets home.
Gets him every time.
Ah, you sucker, we got you! We got your ass, Nick! Like, Kevin, I had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
You do not know how much money we've spent in vases. 15th one this week.
I'll work it,
How
man.
many times we've gone to the dollar store?
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. That's actually a pretty cool little app, though, just like you said, though.
But it's all built into the Alexa app.
Oh my goodness. My 7-year-old and found out what Alexa does from my neighbors. We didn't have it. We've got the Google, which my wife just uses sporadically. But Rock was like, Alexa's my new best friend. Was asking her all types of different questions and stuff. But that's actually pretty funny. Because he'd never known anything about it before.
So you guys did get an Alexa now?
No, it's actually at a neighbor's house, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
And,
send them over to the neighbor's house.
exactly. It was hilarious watching, like, Alexa do this, Alexa do that. It was pretty funny watching. Like,
Why won't my parents talk to me? Why do I have to always talk to you?
Why are you my best friend?
So, yeah, exactly. And, he actually said, he's like, I got a new best friend. Her name's Alexa.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. So, like, whatever, Rocco. So I do have a pick of the week, though.
Okay.
This is more of a kid alert type of pick of the week because
Killer?
Kid alert.
Oh,
Kid
like,
alert.
an,
So-
like an Amber Alert?
Kind of.
Kinda. Okay, so you guys probably, I don't know if you guys grew up doing water balloons or so, like that.
Oh, thank God. I was working with explosives like I did.
No, water balloons. And
Yeah,
you know,
of
it's such a pain in the ass. You take a hose, you have to fill a water balloon, and you're trying to tie it and stuff. And you can only do like one at a time typically, and it takes forever to fill up 10, 20, 15. And by the time you use them, in 2 seconds they're gone. So there was I don't know how they came from, obviously the store of some sort. It came in a pack of 3 sets, different colors. So basically on the end of it had the thing you screw on the nozzle. So you screwed on the end of the hose, and it had straws that came from there down into water balloons.
There's like 20 of them all at once.
Exactly, and it filled them all at one time, perfect size, and they whether we self-sealed, it had like little elastic bands. Like so, when you held it up, and when the water filled it, when the balloon filled the right size, they all dropped off the straw, self-sealed, and they filled them up. So I'm like, you do 100 of them in like you said, less than a minute if you switch the thing in time. But I'm like, this is a freaking genius. And it was like, because we all had a water fight on like it was Friday or Saturday night or so, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Freaking genius.
Yeah.
I have seen those
I've
You
before.
seen them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I couldn't believe
They do work pretty well.
it was great.
Like 1 or 2 might fail and not like self-seal, but
Whatever.
yeah, I think you get like it's like it fills 20 at once or something like that.
And it's seriously so much faster than sitting there trying to tie a knot around
Right,
water.
every single
balloon.
one.
Oh yeah. I'm like, of course the kids had a blast with it, of course.
Yeah, that is pretty. Whoever made that is definitely a billionaire by now.
What how much do they cost per?
Honestly, it was in my house. I found it in my workbench area. I ain't got a clue how much it cost. No idea
Kevin,
where
how
it came
many
from.
things are you aware of or in charge of at your house, other than just repairs and going to work and bringing home some money every now and then?
See, what happened was things disappear at my house all the time.
They appear or disappear?
Up here.
They appear.
Up
Yeah.
here disappeared.
Yeah, so they just show up and I don't know where they come from. Whether it be a birthday party, something that we bought, or something, I have no idea.
No.
No.
Okay, so everyone out there that's interested in purchasing this,
Oh, absolutely.
just go to Kevin's house.
Right.
So I imagine you find them in any major retail or whatever. I mean, they came in like a little
I think
plastic
Costco
bag.
sells them too.
I would imagine.
So on Amazon,
Oh, there you go. You found them already.
it's called Buncho Balloons, instant
Oh.
water balloons.
Of course it is.
You get
How much are they?
You get three bunches.
Yep.
For a total of 100 water balloons
Mhm.
each, for $10.
That's not bad.
No, that's good.
That's not bad at all. For just the time alone you save in filling water balloons is
Having
worth
to
it.
tie them.
Oh,
the
God.
tying of them is the worst
Yes.
part because they're the tiniest little things and
Yes. And of course, they make them the perfect size too.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty slick. I'm like, because my neighbor had water balloons and they were, and I'm like, well, I found them in the basement. I was trying to get something else out, and I'm gonna try these out, and kids had a blast. And then the horrible idea of having to go pick up all the damn balloon pieces all over the damn yard. I'm like, maybe we'll only do this once a year.
Glad your kids had fun. Never doing that again.
Exactly. That and Silly Spring. My kids have no idea what that is, and God willing, never will. At least not at our house.
Talk about flammable.
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, silly string. You guys ever seen the videos on YouTube of like people silly stringing people like during their birthday, like in front of a birthday cake?
No, but we'll check it out now.
Well, just look up silly string fire. And like there was a couple with like a girl, she's sitting in front of her birthday cake, and like they all start silly stringing her, and some of the string lands across one of the candles, and the fire just shot right up that piece of silly string
that's
and just
awesome.
set her hair on fire.
Oh wow.
God.
Maybe
Yeah.
not, maybe that might not be so good, but I have to check that out.
I mean, I would hope by now, by today's day and age, they fixed that flammable issue. But
You know, I do see the flammable signs. I actually have a couple of them I have hidden at the house because I don't want the kids to get them. I do see the flammable. I just thought it was the aerosol. What?
You have
Strategically hidden these, yes. In the
silly
house.
string.
Yes, because I don't want
In
the
case
kids.
of
you never know when you're gonna need silly string.
Well, I just
Very important to have.
once again, it appeared at my house. Once again, it appeared at my house, and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't even throw it away or
So
something.
we just
but
hit it.
I just don't want my kids to get it, so it's hidden
Hey,
somewhere.
honey, this is I don't know. I just feel kind of downtrodden tonight. It's kind of a boring night.
How
What
about
are
you
you-
bust out the silly string?
What are you trying to say? Are you saying you want to get silly? Oh my God, Kevin! You just made our night. I have them everywhere, just in case of such an emergency.
Like those,
Carla, you saying you want to get silly?
like those hidden shelf gun safes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you move a candle over and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
this candle the thing falls.
They're not even secure. They just roll
Just
out
a
of
bunch
the
of
floor.
silly string.
I wish it was that cool.
That would be pretty sweet.
But now I have a purpose to actually to check them out now because I didn't know how flammable they were.
There you go. Yeah, it's
Comes like I'm gonna be laying that on fire.
Do we,
pretty
There we
soon.
go.
do we have any crackers? What are we talking about? Well, I just had some that's cheese in a can. Carla, that's not cheese in a can. It's secret silly string
That's-
that I keep in the fridge.
I was gonna say, can't
I don't know.
print out cheese whiz sticker.
No, it'll ever go.
Didn't know who was going with that. Like, then it just appeared at my house. I'm like, the kids cannot get this. I'm gonna just take this and hit it, and
Kevin's got bike horns hidden.
yeah, that's not so bad, but
Air horn.
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's not so strange. No, I didn't have
Never know what's in my house.
Good Lord, no.
I used to hide guns, but my wife was a little against that, so now I
Oh,
Switch
the
it up
guns,
to silly
the
string.
guns are hidden.
Oh,
The guns are hidden, but the,
Use my gun safe for a gun? Are you stupid? There's
just
silly
a wall
string
of
in there.
silly string.
All the pockets in the door. Just cans of silly string.
It's the size of a fire extinguisher. What is that?
fiery dagger.
Amazon had a fire sale. They're getting rid of their 50-gallon silly string dispenser.
Never seen a can of silly string that shoots out every color.
Every color of the rainbow.
It's like a rope.
Wow.
It's like,
Oh my God!
it knocked the filling out.
You boys want to get silly?
Oh, jeez. Cross that line one more time.
Alright, so we're at 120.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can wrap it up and
Seeing how the 4 people that are listening are watching, are the 4 of us.
it is
I was saying it's 12:30 on
12:30
Sunday night.
on a Sunday. But we
Yeah,
gotta
but
go
they're
work.
really committed to Bob. Where you at, Bob?
Bob's too busy.
His 5 minutes have been up for.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up and we'll piece it together with the Toledo trip, and then hopefully.
Well, hold on.
Not wrapping yet.
Before we all into that, I think you 3 plus Bob went on a trip, and you haven't even enlightened about that at all.
We gotta have Bob here.
Yeah.
You wanna
I
wait
think
for
so.
Bob?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, we
viewers, now you gotta listen. Wait for the next Schnozzcast to hear about this trip that was, from what I've been hearing, was amazing.
should have been there.
Should have been there.
Oh, it was fantastic, but we'll wait.
So
we'll wait for
now you gotta
Bob.
wait for Bob. Catch you next time now.
Edge of your seats.
That's right.
All right,
You always
everyone.
gotta leave him coming back in the morning.
That's the idea. That is the idea.
That's it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining, and hopefully this audio worked out well. We'll see once it gets forwarded to the audio department. See how it works out.
Yeah.
So
Next time we'll be back in the Schnozzcast studios.
If it's
Correct.
deconned out.
as long as there's no TV left down there.
AFB isolation room.
Bottom of the soup.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Detroit.
Hour 22.
That's all we needed. We knew it was slightly gonna suck.
Oh, I don't think it sucked. That would work.
I got the live still on.